What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. Spoiler season for Innistrad Midnight Hunt is fast approaching, and with the release of that set, we will see a rotation of the standard format. So what we've been doing is we've been going back and revisiting the sets that will still be standard legal after the rotation. We started out by opening up some Call Time. Next, we revisited Zendikar Rising, and today we're going to open up a draft booster box of Strixhaven School of Mages. If at the end of this video you find yourself having enjoyed the content, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and I just appreciate your time in advance. But without further wait, let's go ahead and dive on in here. All right, put the box there a little bit. Strixhaven is a set that I didn't get to play with as much as I would have liked to, particularly not in paper. I'm a big fan of limited, particularly drafting, and that's always, I think, my favorite part of enjoying every new set is seeing how it plays in a limited format, seeing what the draft experience looks like. And for whatever reason, whether it was just there wasn't a lot of paper Magic available when Strixhaven came out, or I don't know, life events, I just didn't get to open it and experience in that way. I have some mixed emotions about the Strixhaven set. I really do like it. I think thematically, it is very, very cool. I love the idea of the mystical archives, but I have some challenges with the value and the power level, if you will. I'm going to skip over the commons, but there's a couple of really good uncommons in this set, so we will be stopping to look at those. One of the uncommons particularly is probably one of the most played and most powerful and possibly most expensive cards in it, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Our first rare of the box is Double Major. Then our Mystical Archive, we've got a Shock, which is pretty cool, and our first rare of the box is a Stonerise Spirit. Thematically, I mentioned this already, the Mystical Archives are really, really neat. To me, I think that's a major hit. My challenge is that it really, from a standpoint of value, of course, you couldn't just keep giving it away. Strict Proctor, there's a nice little rare right there. I do like this rare. Strategic Planning, and nothing else there. I understand with reprint of cards and new variant on the art that, you couldn't just then have a powerhouse set and have everything inside the set be super valuable as well. But to me, the actual set without the Mystical Archives is kind of plain. It's not particularly powerful. Solve the equation. So there's one of those uncommons that I really like. It's not the uncommon that I really like, but this one is also, it's got a little bit of value to it as well. Got the Conspiracy Theorist, and there's a nice little hit on the Mystical Archives. We've got a counterspell. We like that. It's been upshifted in rarity there, so that is a rare counterspell. I think this set is going to play very well after rotation. I think that there's a lot of cards in this that will see a fair amount of play. But I would think that, people are kind of giving the Dungeons & Dragons set a hard time. But honestly, if you took out the Mystical Archives from this and you were left over with just the rares and mythics that are actually in the set, I'd say kind of take a look at that and what would you be left with from a value standpoint and from a power standpoint for that matter. Not to say, again, that I don't like the set, but just that, people kind of are... I don't know. I think that they're overlooking the fact that a lot of the value from the set comes specifically from the Mystical Archives, and without this, I think it'd be kind of seen as a weaker set. On theme, but a weaker set nonetheless. Electrolyze is a nice little Mystical Archive rare right there. But, again, after the rotation, I think that with this set, there's some real winners in it. I really like the Mythical Dragons. I think they're very cool. Hopefully we get one or more of those. That would be kind of neat. Got Field Historian, Reflective Golem, Test of Talents. That's an uncommon I kind of like as well. I think it's going to see a little bit of play. We've got Shael, Dean of Radiance, and this is a modal card on the back. We've got Embrose, Dean of Shadow. The whole idea of the Strixhaven School, I think, is really neat. Foil, make your mark. I really like it for us older Magic players. I mean, I guess I would say I'm old enough to remember when Prismari used to be known as Izzet, and Lorehold was Boros, but I'll save those comments. Flunk, Humiliate, we've got Grinning Ignis, that's a reprint, and we've got Hall of Oracles. and claim the first play. So we're a few packs in here. Nothing super spicy yet, but maybe we'll get lucky. There are some, you know, for all my lamenting about the overall power level minus the Mystical Archives, I would be remiss if I didn't say that the actual Mystical Archives themselves are pretty cool. I really like the art on them. All right, so we've got our first mythic of the box there. We've got Magma Opus. That's pretty neat. We've got an Eliminate, oh, and a foil I Twitch, sorry. There we go. Yeah, the archives themselves are really cool. Like I not to say that I don't enjoy them. I think they're awesome. I think the art is awesome. I think, again, thematically, like as far as the idea of having this magical school that also has these mystical archives with spells that, you know, students can go and look up, and they're reprints of old spells. Like, that is really neat. We've got the Dean of Perfection, and then we've got the Dean of Expression on the back for the modal rare. And then we've got another mythic. This is a Approach of the Second Sun. It's there we go. We'll take that. We like mythics, so we'll keep that out there as far as our mythic count is concerned. The land cycle, haven't really talked about that yet, but the land cycle in this set, I'm not sure it's getting enough love. It's more than passable. I don't think it's as good as some of the other land cycles we've seen, or that are even in rotation, or will still be in rotation. But it's certainly, in my opinion, better than, say, Scrylands, Tendrils, Zephyr Boots, Lorehold Apprentice, and we've got the Callous Blood Mage for the rare, and Defiant Strike. Yeah, certainly better than, you know, I'll take these lands over the Scrylands. These are, we've got the Snarls, that's what I think they're all called in this set. All right, let's see here. We've got Storm Kiln Artist, Closing Statement, Practical Research, and the rare is the Biblioplex. And then we've got a Sign in Blood, which is upshifted to rare for the Mystical Archive. All right, first third of the box down. Not doing too bad, but nothing super spicy yet. A lot of box left though, and let's see where we're at here. We've got Team Pennant, Emergent Sequence. We've got Creative Outburst and Dragon's Guard Elite. I kind of like this rare. Magecraft, I think, as a mechanic is pretty cool, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that. And then we've got Village Rites for the Mystical Archive. We're moving right along here. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts. What do you like this set? Is it one of your favorites? Is it one of your least favorites? Where do you rank good old Strixhaven at? We've got Lorehold Excavation, Mascot Interception, Ink Duelist, and then the rare is the Verdant Mastery, and we've got a Negate as the Mystical Archive. I will say that mechanically, I think the whole learn and lesson thing is very cool. I think that's a nice addition to Magic, being able to use the learn mechanic. We've got Quandrix Cultivator, Start from Scratch, and Womp Womp Retriever Phoenix, and Snakeskin Veil, and a foil Serpentine Curve. Yeah, I like the lesson and learn thing. Again, I think this, at least from a theme standpoint, Strixhaven, home run with the archives, with the lesson and learn thing. It is very much on point. I love the schools, as much as I would make fun of it, because, you know, they're just different names for guilds we've already seen in the past. But I do enjoy it all. Quandrix Command. We've got our first command. This one, I don't think it's seen a ton of play yet, but I really like the commands, and usually we see one emerge. I think we've already seen one of the commands emerge as an actual playable card. But again, I do like them. And we've got Abundant Harvest as our Mystical Archive, and that is a rare. Yeah, home run from a theme standpoint. I think if you take away the Mystical Archives, you're kind of value-wise a little bit on the low end when you open this product, but the fact is, I guess, that the Mystical Archives are there, so that's okay. Spell Satchel. And we've got our second mythic. We've got Extus Auric Overlord, which is modal, and the backside is the Awaken the Blood Avatar. So this actually sees, in my opinion, quite a bit of play. I've seen it on Arena running around. You can lessen the cost by sacrificing some creatures, and it comes into play. And just on the attack, it gets a trigger where it's going to deal 3 damage to each opponent. I don't know if it has any commander, if it has any serious commander consideration because it's each opponent, but it's a very strong card. Just a 3/6 that triggers 3 damage to your opponent just on the attack is pretty cool. So we'll put him right there. It's not bad. And we've got another Defiant Strike on the Mystical Archive. Like the card a lot. All right, we are trucking right along. We're about halfway through the box. Still haven't Necrotic Fumes, Divide by Zero, Decisive Denial, and Multiple Choice. I'm a fan of any cards that give you X and has multiple abilities that you can max out on. And then, of course, the last one is all of the above, because it wouldn't be a multiple choice if there wasn't an all of the above. Neat card. Claim the Firstborn is the Mystical Archive. Alrighty. Okay, we've got Eye Twitch, Symmetry Sage, Golden Ratio, and Torrent Sculptor. And the backside of that is the Flamethrower Sonata. Neat little card. Oh, Mystical Archive Dark Ritual. I don't know if it has any ton of value, but I'll take any Dark Ritual I can get. Love the, again, I'm an old school player. We've got a foil Spectacle Mage. And I just think it looks neat. I just think it looks neat. Okay. So we've got Mercurial Transformation, Expressive Iteration. So there you go. So there's the uncommon I was talking about. This card is probably, gosh, at the time of this video, it's probably about $7, $7, $8, somewhere between that. And it sees a ton of play, both in just everywhere. I mean, it is a very, very strong card. It's a very powerful card. It is one of the best cards in the set, and it is at the uncommon level. So I'm going to set that card aside right there, like that. Go blank. Culling Ritual, not a bad little rare right there. We'll take that. And the Archive is a Adventurous Impulse. Yeah, the Expressive Iteration, that card sees play multiple formats. It's a mainstay in a lot of standard decks. I think it's running around in a few other formats as well. Probably Commander. I think Modern. No, I'll definitely take that. That's a nice card. All right, Professor of Symbology, Carrick Wrangler, and Shadewing Laureate. Rare is our Draconic Intervention, and we've got it upshifted. Growth Spiral is the Mystical Archive rare. We're trucking right along here. Okay. We've got Explosive Welcome, Woe Eater, Stonebinder's Familiar, and the Pugilist. And on the back, we've got the Echoing Equation. Cool rare right there. And the Mystical Archive is Infuriate. Yeah. I have some thoughts on what this set will look like after rotation. I do think it'll be, again, kind of not knowing what Bookworm. Ooh, there we go. Hold that thought. So we've got our first Elder Dragon, Mythic Dragon here. We've got Velomachus Lorehold. Super powerful. Just the Vigilance, Haste, Flying. And then on the attack, it gets to, you get to look at the top 7 cards. You can cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to the Velomachus Lorehold power from among them without paying the mana cost, and put the rest in your bottom in a random order. This is a super powerful dragon. Really like him. I've seen him in a couple of decks. Nothing mainstay, but just a card I really like. I'll take it. I am not unhappy about that. Okay, we've got a foil rare here. We've got Fervent Mastery. Okay, well, we'll take it. It's a foil rare, right? No complaints there. I don't think it's necessarily the foil rare to get, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. All right. So we were talking, let's see here. I've got the Steeper, Master Symmetrist, Tend the Pests, Sparring Regimen. Hey, I like this one too. This is a rare. Hasn't really caught on too much, but I've seen it in a few decks here and there. When it comes into play, you get to enters the battlefield, you get to learn, and then whenever you attack, you get a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, and it untaps. So it almost gives that creature basically a counter on vigilance. Womp womp. Okay, so we've got a mystical archive. It is channel. It is not, that's not the droid you're looking for. That's not the mythic we were looking for between channel and Approach of the Second Sun. You know, again, it's kind of like bonus mythics. We're already at 5 mythics now as a result, but definitely the swing and miss on the mystical archive side. We could do better there. There's some real hits in there, and that ain't it. All right. Let's skip. Well, that's weird. Oh, okay. That's either out of place or I don't know. So we've got a rare right here, Academic Probation. It's a lesson. I think it's because it's in the lesson slot, and I get it now. Show of Confidence, Reconstruct History, Containment Breach, and Elite Spellbinder. Neat card. Neat card. And that's Paulo Vidar Dama del Rosa, and that's his world champion card. That's his art. That's kind of neat. Always thought that was a neat reward system for Magic's pro players. I know what you're asking yourself. What's a pro player? Little competitive Magic joke? No? Too soon? Okay. All right, moving right along. Tend the Pest. Another solve the equation. We'll take that, put that in there. Clever Luminancer. We've got Semester's End as the rare, and Duress. Last third of the box. Moving right along. All right, Show of Confidence, Maelstrom Muse, Hall Monitor, and another Dragon's Guard Elite. Interesting. You don't usually get a lot of retrade in the same box. Hey, neat. Lightning Helix. That's a mystical archive that I'm not unhappy to see. I just think it looks cool, and it's a great card, so I'll take it. And Burying Books. Yeah, so I think I was saying this earlier, you know, I tend to think, honestly, again, not knowing what Innistrad is going to look like, that this will be one of the stronger sets in rotation. I tend to lean towards another rare lesson, so we get almost like another bonus there, because it's in a lesson slot. I tend to think Call Time is probably going to be the more successful. We've got another command. This is the Withered Bloom. That Call Time will be the more sought after, more powerful. I don't know what way to say it, but I think Strixhaven and the Dungeons & Dragons set are probably coming in right behind it. Personally, D&D is like my sleeper set as far as set I think that people are, well, sleeping on. But I think Strixhaven has some juice to it as well. All right. Zephyr Boots, Wormhole Serpent, Mortality Spear, and we've got Pestilent Cauldron, and on the flip side of this, we've got Restorative Burst, neat, and a Ephemerate as the Mystical Archive card. Always cool to have there. We have a second foil rare in the box. This is Culling Ritual. I like that as a rare card. I'll take that. I'm cool with that. All right, 2 packs to go still. Feel like we can squeeze at least one more mythic out of this box, maybe 2 if we're feeling lucky. Maybe 2. We'll see what happens. All right, we've got Humiliate, Ignis, Apprentice, Culmination of Studies, and a Mystical Archive Opt. Another Team Pennant, Overgrown Arch, Rip Apart. I like that card as well. And our first Snarl of the box. It's crazy. Actually, I was talking about Snarls earlier, and there's a land cycle in the set, and it's kind of weird that this is the first one we've got. So, yeah, so when it enters the battlefield, you have to reveal a plains or a swamp, otherwise it comes in the battlefield tapped. It's certainly usable. I think it's very usable in a 2-color. It's a little bit more fringy in like a 3-color. But like I said, it's not my favorite land cycle, but I think it's a very playable land cycle. Probably doesn't get a lot of love. But they're usable. Again, I would take them over the Scrylands, so. Okay. Next up, we've got Kelpie Guide, Closing Statement, Dueling Coach, and we've got Rushed Rebirth as the rare, and Thrill of Possibility as the Mystical Archive. We've got about 5 packs left. 5 packs left. see if there's still some juice in this box. Let's see if there's still some juice. All right, we've got Mage Hunter, Reflective Golem, Devouring Tendrils, and the Poet's Quill as the rare, and Increasing Vengeance as a another Mystical Archive mythic. Increasing Vengeance. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Not going to turn down mythics, right? Not going to turn down mythics. All right, strong finish. Here we go. We've got Practical Research, another Stormkiln, another Witherbloom Tennis, and there we go. We've got another Snarl. So we've got the Vine Glimmer Snarl. That's the Quandrix Snarl. We've got Cultivate and Expanded Anatomy as a foil, or not, yeah, just a foil. I almost said foil rare. Foil. Foil lesson. Foil lesson. All right. Here we go. Got the Quandrix Apprentice, Test of Talents. I'm going to set that one aside. I like that one. Fortifying Drought. We've got a Flame Squirrel Celebrant. And on the back as the modal, we've got the Revel in Silence. And then our Mystical Archive is Whirlwind Denial. Last two packs. Last two packs. Sensing Mythic time. What do you think? Mythic time? All right, you've got Igneous Inspiration, Plumb the Forbidden. That's another fairly powerful uncommon. Fracture, Devastating Mastery, and Compulsive Research, Mystical Archive. All right, last pack. Here we go. Strong finish. Okay, we've got Secret Rendezvous, Creative Outburst, Snow Day. It's a rare. We've got the Silver Quill Silencer, and another Eliminate, and a foil Reduced to Memory. So overall, again, really like the set. I mean, got technically 6 mythics all in all, so can't be too mad. Kind of whiffed on the Mystical Archive mythics. I like 2 of our mythics. Otherwise, we got a couple Snarls. It's a solid box, not an outstanding box, but yeah, we'll take it. So there we are. That is Strixhaven. Once again, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day, everyone.